So what do you get when you cross a Carolina blue-collar dude with some Hawaiian cuisine? Stick around, you're gonna find out. What's up, everybody? This week I wanted to give something new a try. It's been on my radar. I've thought about it. I saw it on a can of Spam and I thought, what is that? And it is called Spam Musubi. And it is a Hawaiian dish, and in fact you can find this in convenience stores in Hawaii, evidently at the counter or in the cooler sections. Like here in North Carolina we have hot dogs that you can pick up out of the hot dog roller, but evidently this is really popular in Hawaii. So I went straight to the source. I found a keto Hawaiian girl that made this recipe, and I'm borrowing her recipe and trying it out for myself. So let's get busy and let's put this thing together and wish for the best. All right, let's talk about the ingredients. I've also have some tools here I'm going to share with you that might make it a little easier. All this stuff will be in the description. The ingredients, links to where you can get some of the tools if you decide to go that route. But as far as the ingredients go, we've got a quarter of a cup of allulose, or your favorite sweetener. Got 2 ounces of cream cheese softened here. We've got a quarter of a cup of soy sauce or aminos, liquid aminos. There, we've got a quarter of a cup of just water. I've got a tablespoon of minced onion, the kind that you can squeeze out, or you can just throw a couple cloves in here, 3 or 4 cloves in to give it the flavor. And then right there is ginger. That's about a 1-inch strip that I've just kind of mashed up, and all this is just to give it the good flavor. We've got a pack of rice cauliflower. You can make your own. This is a 12-ounce bag. So I've got that. And then of course we have the glorious Spam. And then as far as tools go, I've got this Musubi press. It's a couple bucks. I have a Spam slicer to make my slices nice and even. If you've watched my videos, you know I use that a lot. And then this is the nori wraps. I've never had any experience with nori whatsoever, so today is going to be a first time for me. But I got these off of Amazon. I'm sure Walmart has some maybe that you can order. But anyway, I'll put a link to that in the description as well. So here's the stuff. Now let's get it going. So the first thing we're going to do is just start our sauce out, and that is the soy sauce, the water, the allulose or sweetener. We're going to throw the ginger in there, and then we're going to scoop out the garlic, and we're going to go put this on the stove and stir it up a little bit and get it going. And then we'll come back and slice up our Spam and then put the Spam in there. So let's go get this on the stove. And so now we open our glorious can of Spam, and we'll get this popped open. Spam is the sort of, I guess, the star of the show. And just a little tip, you can squeeze the can like this and it should plop right out. Like that right there. And then I use my little handy dandy slicer, but if you don't have one, you can go about a 1/4 of an inch slices. But this here makes it nice and even, so it comes out just like that. So we'll go put this in our simmering sauce in there and let it take on some of the flavor of that ginger and garlic and soy sauce and all that, and let it get infused in there. And then we'll come back in here and work on the cauliflower. So yeah, just kind of follow the instructions on your cauliflower. I'm going to throw this in my microwave for 6 minutes, and it'll be about where I want it to be. Okay, one other tool that I probably should have mentioned is if you have some cheesecloth, this makes life a little bit simpler. I've got on some insulated gloves to keep from burning myself. But this is hot. I just cooked that, and I'm gonna cut the corner, or cut it, and then we're gonna try to get as much of this water off as we can. So I've lined that bowl there. And I'm gonna pull the cheesecloth up around it and just start squeezing as much of the water out as we can get out. So, like I said, this is still really hot. I've got on cotton gloves under these gloves here, so we're going to just try to get as much of it out as we can, and then put it in a pan and cook the rest of it out. Alright, so I've got my sauce, it's heating up, getting ready for the Spam, and over here I've got my cauliflower rice, and I'm just cooking out the water and letting it steam out a little bit before we add our cream cheese to it. So let's start adding in the Spam and letting it take on some of this delicious flavor. Okay, so the Spam is sizzling in there. I'm gonna let it cook. It's on about medium heat. I'm gonna let it cook a couple minutes on each side. So as this is finishing up, you can see that it has thickened up, and you can add a little water to it if you want to. I've just let it sit there and simmer until it thickened up a little bit, made a nice little sauce. I'm gonna pull that off. And then here's our cream cheese. It's all nice and sticky with the cauliflower, so we are ready for the assembly process. This is my first experience with nori, period. Don't know anything about it. But, yeah, okay. So what I've done was just cut this to fit my little mold. Just set it in the middle there, and I'm gonna scoop out a little bit of the rice first and just try to even it out some in there. This is my very first attempt, very first try. I don't have a clue what I'm doing, but I want to learn. So now I've got that in there. I'm going to put some of our seasoned Spam in there like that, and then I'm going to add another layer of this, just a little thin layer, because I like the Spam probably more than the rice. So I'm going to load it up with Spam. And I'm just in an awkward position here and trying to do the best I can. Alright, and now let me scoop this up here. Don't want to waste any. Put one more slice of Spam in. This thing might be too big, but I don't know. And then just a little bit more of this on top. Making like a sandwich with Spam in it. Alright, now the magic pressing thing here. And we just mash it in there and let it form. I guess I'm doing it right, I don't know, but. And then you slide this up while you hold it, like that. And then this should come off like that. Oh, look at that. And then you just wrap up the edges here, like that there. And then they say you can wet this a little bit. Wow. Well, it's got the Spam hidden inside, but that looks pretty neat. So here we have Spam Musubi. And just the disclaimer, I've never eaten any kind of sushi or nori or anything like that. And needless to say, I'm a little hesitant because I don't know what it's going to taste like. But I do know I like Spam, so hey, let's see if this Hawaiian lady knows what she's talking about. I'm going to bite it, and if I spit it out, then oh well, we'll have a blooper, but let's do it. Man, that sauce, oh wow, is a flavor bomb with that Spam. It's got a unique texture. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to turn into like a kind of a rubbery texture there. I don't know if you can see that. Because it was real brittle and papery whenever I was putting it together, but it kind of just changed the textures all of a sudden. Well, man, I like that, and I'm so glad I gave this a try. I can pretend I'm in Hawaii for a few minutes while I'm enjoying this. Man, I'm really glad I tried that recipe out. I was so good, and I took it to work, put it in my cooler, and took it to work, and it was very filling. It was a good snack. Actually, it was my lunch. I took the double-decker one with me that I made. The first one I made real thick, and it was really good. It was filling and everything, and I'm going to try it with different flavors, and I'm going to put barbecue on it and see what that tastes like. I don't know. The possibilities are endless, because I've got some of that nori stuff left over, and I don't want to waste it. But, hey, don't be afraid to give it a try. And until next time, may the Lord bless you.